This is question 1. Before we start looking at the individual parts of the question, it's a good idea to understand the overall question and what the structure of this database is going to be. If we have a look at the question, it says that we've got this royal town of Sutton Coldfield holding a festival. And there's going to be thousands of visitors from churches across the country. A database is going to be used to manage the booking of pitches for accommodation. So as we read on, we'll have a look at this. It says each church, will make bookings for campers. Now here we've got some booking details that we can see. And it goes on to say not all campers will book for their church at the same time, and so some churches will make more than one booking. So this is a booking for one church. Here is church ID 5, and this is a booking ID 3. Now if we have a look at the data that's behind this, we've got a number of tables: camper, church, booking, pitch allocation and pitch type. So we're going to have a look first of all at the booking table, and we can see here the data that was being shown on this example booking details screen. We can see that it's a booking ID 3, which matches here with booking ID 3. We can also see that that record, the booking date 12th of June 2014 and the payment due on 26th of June 2014 matches up, and that they haven't asked for a reminder letter, a phone call reminder, and they haven't paid for their booking. So all of these things are set as no. We can also see that we have a foreign key here called church ID. And our church is linking to church number 5, which again matches up with this. So we have our primary key being the booking ID, that's a unique identifier for this booking, there it is there, and a foreign key that's pointing to another table. So that foreign key pointing to the church table for number 5. So if we have a look at the church table, here it is, and it's just a set of contact details for each church. So here is church ID number 5, we can see it's Emmanuel Church in London. We scroll across and we just see the different types of contact details available. So let's continue reading the question. Each booking will consist of several allocations of pitches. Different types of pitches can be booked, from standard grass pitches to porter cabins. So let's have a look. Here we've got a porter cabin, and we can see that 2 porter cabins have been booked with 2 adults and a price of £250. We've got different pitch types here: a grass standard, grass electric and a hard standing electric. Well, if we have a look at our pitch types, here's our primary key for each pitch type. There are 6 of them. And we can have a look, for example, at this one, number 6, we can see is a porter cabin. Now it tells us here about the electricity, the water, the current price, which can change as time goes on, the pitches that are remaining, so how many pitches they've got left, and we'll have a look at the premium price level and the premium price when we get to that stage. But it doesn't tell us about how many have been booked. In order to know how many have been booked, we need to link these pitches to the booking table. So we've got here a file called pitch allocation, pitchallocation.csv. You see here it's got a primary key of pitch allocation ID, which doesn't actually mean much to us apart from it being there for the structure of the database. And it links then to the pitch type and the booking ID. So what I've done, you can see all these ones that are highlighted in colour are the booking ID number 3. So they all belong to this booking. So this table links to that booking via this foreign key number 3. So if we look at this one, we've got a total number of 2 pitches that have been booked for 2 adults. So that's probably 1 pitch per adult, but that's not of concern to us. We just know that that's what they've asked for. At a price of £250, pitch type 6. Now if you have a look, we've got pitch type 6 is there, so it's this record it's definitely linking up to. Booking ID 3, which links up to here, and if we follow pitch ID 6, we'll see here that picture ID 6 is indeed the Portakabin, and we can see there the data about the Portakabin, including its current price, which we said can change. So the current price isn't necessarily the price that's charged, but it just happens to be so at this stage. You'll see later on in the question that these prices increases when there are less pitches available. We'll have a look at one more. So we'll have a look at the grass standard. So that's number 5 here, pitch ID 5, grass standard. So you can see there, pitch ID 5 is grass standard. But what we're really looking for is where it has been allocated to booking number 3. So here we go, booking ID 3, pitch type 5. So now we can see that 2 pitches were booked, 3 for adults. There we go, 2 pitches booked for 3 adults, and at £70. So we can now see how these pitch allocations link to the booking and also link to the pitch types. The only thing that we haven't looked at here are the campers. Now here's a list of campers. It's in a file called campers.csv, and you get a list of names and date of births and whether or not they've got a disability. And what I've done just for now, I've highlighted all those campers that belong to this church, church ID 5. So you can see there's the foreign key, primary key for camper, foreign key for church that points to church ID 5. And so those are all the campers that belong to that church, although we haven't actually seen anything to do with them yet. The other thing to be aware of in the question is it does refer to a house style that is going to have to be used. Okay, so this is a house style. Main headings will be in Times New Roman 20 points, red and bold. So look at that. There's a main heading in Times New Roman, which is a serif font because it's got the curls around the letters. 20 points, red and bold. Subheadings, same font, 14 points, red and underlined. There we go. All of the text will be in Times New Roman 12 point and black, and as you can see, all of it is. Although here you can actually see that that hasn't been changed to black and it's still a grey colour. So you do need to be careful when you change your font colours that you do make sure you change everything to black and not just the main set of data, which is these bits, but you also include the labels. And the background colour, right, well, this is a red, green, blue value, and you have to put that in manually, and it comes up with this sort of like yellowy with a hint of green in it. Okay, so remember you've got these 5 tables and they're all provided in CSV files so that you'll be able to import them into the database.